everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Ola. Today, it's going to be a beautiful day with a beautiful friend of mine. She's been here before on the program. You can go and check our archives for her story. Um, she told us about her migrating from abroad to Australia and how she navigated to working as a pharmacist here because she studied abroad. So now I think it's going to be a follow up on the other video that we had before now. Yes, her name is Wande, Wande to be precise. And she's here once again to tell us a journey so far. And by the way, she just opened her own pharmacy, which is a big thing for her. So welcome with me to the program, Yewande. Yewande, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming once again, and I'm sure our viewers will be delighted to know how far you have come on your journey,
Yes.
in your career. So before we delve into the your story, I just want to ask you these questions. There's this statement that says 80% of a successful business is dependent on the mindset, and the 20% on the mechanics. That is, your confidence should be 80%, while all the other, work, the support, the money, the cost, and everything should be 20%. Do you believe it's true? And do you think it's in relation to your starting your own business?
Well, I think it is true.
You believe it?
Yeah, yes, I do believe it. Because I believed I could start this pharmacy business. That is the first step, and the thing that brought me to that conclusion, because initially I was not. It wasn't something I was thinking about. Even while I did my study in Nigeria, and I was working as a pharmacist for 5 or 6 years before we moved to Australia. It's not something I wanted to do, but something changed. And what changed was that I could, what I was doing for another person, working for another person, this is something I could do for myself, and I can be successful, from it. So that was the foundation of me saying, okay, I want to start this, and I want to do it now, and I think I can do it.
You had the confidence, but was it part of the plan when you moved to Australia?
No, like I said, a lot of things contributed to me deciding that I want to start my own pharmacy. It wasn't just one thing. When I got married, my husband has always been the one to say, you should have your own pharmacy, you should have your own pharmacy. I have a few of my friends, you included, who said, one day you should have your own pharmacy, you should have your own pharmacy. For me, part of the problem initially when I got to Australia, my kids were really young. It could be an excuse to some people, because I have a colleague back in the UK who had small children, and she opened a pharmacy. But for me personally, I was thinking, because that's part of the thing. As a woman, what I've come to realize is life is in stages. All right, you can't have everything all at the same time. You can't be a successful mother and be a successful pharmacist. For me, that's the way I saw it. And as at that time, the only thing that was in my mind was I want to be there for my kids. I want to be a good mother for them while they were young. I want to be available. So, and I think that was part of the problem. That I was thinking, I don't think I could,
You could
juggle everything together.
Yeah.
So that was one of the major reasons then, because my husband will have to work full time, and it's just me and my husband here. There's no family support. There's no,
there's nobody. There's nobody else.
There's nothing. So even while I was working, a lot of the money was going to after school care and everything. So if I have to give that up, and if you start a business, it's not something you can go in there and start taking money.
Yeah, it's a long term.
So not that money it's an issue, but that was the number one factor. And as at that time, I don't think I saw myself as a business person. I was more of like a
9 to 5.
Not really. I'm more like a professional person. Like when I was in Nigeria, I was working in a psychiatric hospital. So coming here, I was thinking I was going to work in a government hospital, like be like oncology pharmacist, have that label to
Yeah.
myself. That was what I was looking, not like be business. It's more of like be more like having a label, like a specialist label for
Specialist
myself.
label, working in the government.
Yes, and having that thing, okay, like, oh,
I'm comfortable here.
yeah, I'm
so-
comfortable, and this is who I am. I'm
Yeah.
a oncology pharmacist. I'm a clinical consultant pharmacist. That's that. Yeah, the business part of it was not really.
So what
was-
shifted? What shifted? What shifted?
Okay, so the number one thing is I have two boys. So the younger one is year 12 this year. And last year I was like, okay, this guy is going to be final year of secondary school. So this stage is almost getting over because once you're in uni, you're an adult.
That's it.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? And around that time, I was now, this is like 2-3 years ago, I was listening to Miles Morrow, and it was talking about, how it is and where we come from, your 9 to 5 job. My parents are working in, government thing, and like you just go and get your 9 to 5 job, and that's it. Just
Get
stay like that and just go, and then
have a
you
child,
retire, and then you have your
and
retirement
wait to
money. So that's my kind of foundation. And listening to my Miles Morales was like, your life is not, that's your work. What is your job? What is your purpose? What are you passionate about? What do you, then he was talking about wealth creation. That's something I never thought of. Even if I had started a pharmacy like 7-10 years ago, it wouldn't be because I wanted to create wealth. And I think maybe that was part of the problem, because if we saw it as a means of creating wealth, not even only for yourself and for your children, it would have been a good, passage, to go with. Then I was listening to another guy, Olumide Emmanuel. He is into real estate and everything. So the combination of those two, and the point I was in my life, like, okay, this stage is going over. What next? Those are the three things that those two guys and that stage in life that made me think, okay, all right, I think I can do this. I think the next stage in my life is to set up my own stuff and be independent and
be the boss.
Yeah, not so much, but I just
have your own thing.
Yeah, have your own thing and create your own wealth and
work towards creating your own wealth.
Yeah. So that's
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So there's so many suburbs. Why Gawain Road?
Why? In Brackenridge.
Brackenridge. Why? Why that community?
Look, I think there's this saying that preparation meets opportunity. So for me, before I saw and I said, okay, I'm going to do it, it was already in my mind 6 months, 9 months before that time. So I was already on the lookout. I was, when you're ready, everything.
You were searching.
You will see opportunity anywhere. So this particular day was on a Sunday like this, and I just went to that Brackenridge to go and make my hair, and I finished my hair, and I was just walking up, and I was like, I just saw this shop. I'm like, it's a shop here. It looks good. It's a doctor's place. It's around the corner. Yeah, why not? If not, and that was it.
That was it.
So
is it a franchise, or did you start all over?
No, it's something just independent pharmacy, no franchise. For now,
so you started from the beginning?
From the scratch.
Was the store a pharmacy?
No, the store was just an empty shop that's been there, sitting there for a while. It was a butcher's shop. Well, was nothing.
So you had to.
I had to start from the scratch. It's a lot of hard work. Yeah, sometimes I sit down and think, I think you're a little bit crazy. For you to jump from, I'm not a business person, and to just, go in there and starting from the scratch. A lot of processes, a lot of, it was a lot of hard work, but I thank God it took almost a year or something. Yeah, almost a year.
Was it capital intensive?
Yes, because I had to do the fit out. Meaning you have to do, because there's a way the pharmacy has to look like.
The regulation.
Yeah. So to design the pharmacy, the shop to fit into a pharmacy, yeah, that took a lot of money. I have to get a lot of people like lawyers and everything who can help me with the application
Involved
and
to write the
yeah, yeah.
policy.
No,
Wow.
no, not write the policy, but to help you with the application so that the place can be approved, because you need to get the approval for the shop to be a
A pharmacy.
pharmacy in Australia.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah,
a
okay.
long process.
It is. It
So
took almost a year.
if you
Yeah.
are looking at doing the same, you are hearing it's a long process. So be prepared. So how has working as a pharmacist, owning your own business, different from working for someone 9 to 5? How is it different?
Well, the pharmacy is still pretty young. It's only 4 months
Whoa,
now.
four
Now,
months.
so yeah. So there's there's the advantage and there's the disadvantage. So if you're working for yourself, no leave, no I want to have my sick leave or whatever.
No, you can't call
No,
in. You
no.
can't.
It's
No.
everything falls on you. So it's a one man business. So everything falls on you. But so far is the thing is you get to do what you want to do the way you want to do it without asking anybody, or of course you say ask for people's advice, but you can do it the way you want to do it, and the way, and you can make um what is important to you as a pharmacist, as a
Pharmacist.
business person, make it more you know seen in your setting. So um for now, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
So I will maybe in the next 2 years I would say yeah. It's now because this is just a startup, so it's a lot of push through and encouraging yourself that
This is going to work.
this is going to work, and you've made the right decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was your biggest learning curve in the first few months that you have started? What have you learned so far? Yeah. Is it easy? Is it difficult? Is it challenging? Are the customers, are they responding well? And what are the kind of patients that you attend to? Like customers, are they
So
older people or younger or new moms in the area that you?
okay, that's a lot of questions in one.
I
So
can break it down.
the first thing that I've learned so far for me, and that is still keeping me going, is my faith and God. And just like I said, because the pharmacy starting from the scratch, so there's no goodwill that you can run. Nobody has already started the pharmacy and you just bought it and you didn't inherit staff or stock or anything. I have to do everything from the scratch, get all my stock, and starting off and building that customer base.
Customer base,
it
yeah.
is it is very challenging. It is very challenging, and
Especially in a new
in
area.
a new area, and you don't nothing like that has happened before, and you have other pharmacies surrounding you, so you have to
Push
make
yourself out.
yourself, make yourself relevant and say, I'm here and I can do this, and
We're here.
I can provide this service that this community needs. So in doing that, sometimes you be like, oh my God, what have I done? And it's just a faith in God that has been for the last 4 months, that's been pushing me through, that
Pushing you through.
you can do it. And I have friends like you. I call and say, oh my God, and people to encourage. So that's the biggest challenge, and starting from the scratch, it's a lot. And it's just by faith in God and believing in myself that okay, this can be done. Other people have done it before you, but it's just a matter of time. It's something that takes time, and that's the second biggest challenge. That for me to understand that it takes time. It's not just going to like
Yeah,
that
it's not
and
just
go.
going to fly like that.
Yes,
You
yeah,
have to
like
build it.
with
You have to work it out.
work
So
it out and believe in yourself that you can do it. So
you
it
can.
takes time, and that's my learning curve for now. And for the pharmacy, so yeah, we cater for anybody, babies, toddlers,
New moms,
new moms, pregnant moms, teenagers,
old age.
adults, old. We do Webster Parkway, so it's just like your normal general pharmacy. We cater for everybody.
Do you do any other service apart from?
Like I said, we do Webster Park. Webster Park is usually to help you with your medication management. So your medicines will be packed in a like a pack is called, the generic form of it is called Webster pack, and we do a home medicine review where we can review all your medications and send it back to the doctor and make changes to it. We do NDSS, which is National Diabetes Service. For people with diabetes, they need their strips, they need their sensors, everything in between.
Good.
We do that. We do delivery services. What else? ODT. Yeah.
So how do you cope with the bigger companies? The
Oh yeah, the company. I think that's the top biggest challenge. Because you have to be kind of price sensitive, especially for people who are in the general who don't have concession. So it's a juggling act. Well, I would say it's been very sensitive because people understand it's small pharmacy that is just starting off. So a lot of people do understand that it's not every time you can compete with the chemist warehouse. But I do try to match it sometimes. And yeah.
Beautiful. So I hope you are listening. If you have the similar ideas, if you're nudging it and you want to go ahead. So Wande is here to tell you how our journey has been so far. So owning a business and working as 9 to 5 for someone, I'm sure it has impacted your life in a different way. So what would you like to tell us about how has owning your own pharmacy impacted your life?
It has impacted in the sense that number one is giving me like a purpose. Like for now, that's that's my purpose. That I want to start this pharmacy, run it, and be successful. And the other thing is it requires long hours. Spend 10 hours a day. Monday to Fridays.
10 hours a day.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, and I work on Saturdays too. So that's something that's taken out, the time for now, and that can impact, the family dynamics. Well, I thank God my son, the younger one, is, like I said, is in year 12, so it's a big boy, he can take care of himself. My husband is supportive too, so that's the main thing. But it's something you got to do for now. With time, when the pharmacy grows, you can always employ somebody else and have a
but
balance.
for now, you're still the only one running it. So how do you juggle the stress? How do you manage stress? What do you do to relax? What do you do to unwind? After 10 hours, you said 10 hours.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I go home.
And 6 hours, 6 days a week.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think the adrenaline of trying to start a new thing and trying to keep it going and grow it is still keeping me going for now.
Yeah.
I try when I can. I go for walks, maybe short walks, maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes walk. I'm trying to join. There's this Pilates place near my pharmacy. I'm trying to join in and try and do that. When I get home, I usually just try to intentionally relax, not do anything. Just listen to news or listening to music. Then I go to bed. Yeah, I go to bed early by 9 o'clock or so. I'm off to bed, then wake up early and do a few things, do my prayers and reflect on what the following day is going to be. So
beautiful.
And eat well and rest well.
Eat well, rest well, and sleep.
Yes, and sleep.
Do you sleep at all? Because of the adrenaline, do you sleep?
Oh well, yeah. I tell you, just 2 months before I started,
wake up in the middle of the sleep.
Yes, and I was like, oh my god! Like a month to that time, the week I was going to start, it was just like this is. The emotions
are going to happen.
This is going to happen. I wake up and I'm like, oh my god. But now I'm just finding my feet and having a routine which I've found to work out.
I know it's very early. You said 4 months, right? But have you ever got to a stage whereby, I know for me, when I started my business, it was some things that went on for a while. Have you ever had a time of regret, or like say, oh, why did I do this? Have you ever had a moment of doubt? Have you ever tried to throw in the towel at a point?
Every time, several times. And that was why I talked about my faith, because there are days, you have good days you be like, this is fantastic, we are doing so well.
Yeah.
And the following day, it's just like nobody came in. It's so dry, and we're like, "Oh my God, what am I doing here? How why?
I'm drowning.
Oh my God, why? I should have just done my 9 to 5." But after a while, God has a way of reminding me that I brought you here. I'm the one that is going to help you. It is not here, and that's why I said that's a second thing I'm learning now, that it is not by my power, that God is in this with me, that God is helping you. Because if you base your happiness on what is happening around you, half of the time you will not be happy, you will not be satisfied, you think you're not doing well. But if your faith is in God, then it keeps you going. It becomes your anchor. So when they're tossing round and round, it becomes your anchor. Then grants you well.
That is very, very good. I know, like I'm saying right now, it's 4 months, it's early. How do you think the community has accepted you, and being a black person opening a pharmacy in that kind of environment? Do you think they accepted you well? How has it impacted the community in general?
I remember when I wanted to start, part of the thing was they asked me to do it was to get to gather like signatures to say, oh, we need a pharmacy in here, and I wasn't able to. But what I found out that as soon as I opened, every day I will have like 3-4 people saying, "Oh, thank God there's a pharmacy here.
Wow.
There's a need here.
Wow.
Thank you for opening." And sometimes they even thank me. I'm like, I should be thanking you for coming in.
Thank you for coming in.
And they said, thank you for having. This is very convenient. It's just the convenience of it. Like I said, there's a doctor on the other side. So if you see a doctor, you don't have to travel 1 kilometer.
Far
So there's a pharmacy there. So people have really embraced having the pharmacy there, and I'm really grateful for that. They have been very, very supportive, words of encouragement and stuff like that, which is good.
Beautiful, beautiful. So like rounding up right now, I know you our viewers, our listeners, you're getting something. And if you're someone in Australia and you are nursing the idea of owning your own pharmacy, if you're a pharmacy out there, and if you are not a pharmacist and you just want to open your own business, I think you've got to listen to this story. And she has come a long way, and then she's here right now. She said seasons, life is in stages and in seasons. This is a season of owning a business. So what advice would you like to give people who have similar, ideas, opinions, and they want to open their own business? They want to stop their 9 to 5 and create their own wealth.
Yeah.
What advice would you give?
Because the dynamics is different for women. So my advice is directed at women. So if you're a single person, you're not married, life is easy. Just take that step. It starts with taking that step.
Take the step.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a saying that opportunity meets something. If
Preparation.
Opportunity meets preparation. So be prepared. Even if the opportunity hasn't come, be prepared in your heart that this is what you want to do. And when your opportunity comes, it marries and makes it very easy. For women who are married, that life is a stage is very, very important, because it's a different era when you have really young children. if that is you and you are like me and you think, oh, having a business is something that I can't juggle with, especially if you don't have the family support. If you have people that can help you with your children, yeah, all well and good, go for it, go for it. But if you are in that stage and that's where you are, that's where you find yourself, I would say keep nurturing that idea. If you need to do any certification or any exam, make sure you are
Preparing,
preparing and you are
going
equipping
through the
yourself,
process.
for that time when you want to start. So don't discard it. So that's what the advice I will say. And if you're in that stage that you think, oh, I yeah, I can do this. I'm in my 50s. I can, I can start. Don't let fear and don't let think, oh, I think I'm too old or I'm too, yeah. Step out, take that
Step
first
out.
step out and start it. Once you start it, you find out that people will be around you to support you, and you just need to take that step. And yeah, all we just need to remember as women that life is in stages, and if you have God on your side, it can also help you to say, okay, this is what you need to do and this is how you need to go. And and
Yeah, you mentioned something about people. How strong is your support system? Because I believe, support system is number one thing
yeah,
in, going far on a
yeah,
business.
yeah. Well, in Australia here, we don't have, my parents are not here, my siblings are not here. So I only have my husband and
Friends.
few friends, very few friends, because like, I'm yeah, very few friends. And that sometimes is just what you need. You just need people to believe in you that you can do it, and have mentorship, because that's another thing that I think we don't have enough in in our
Community.
community. We need mentorship. We need people to hold people's hands and say, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to go, and you can do it. You just need somebody to say, I believe in you, you can do it. You
Yeah.
were there for me to say, okay, yeah, one day you want to do it now, you can do it, keep going, and that's very, very important. So I hope that we can be like that for the younger generation. Yeah.
Beautiful. How do you think the listeners can support your local pharmacist?
Oh, come in, please. Bring your scripts to Brackenridge, Darwin Road Pharmacy. That's the only support I can. It's when people come. And look, it's not just only bringing your pharmacies. We have wonderful
Word of mouth.
services.
Please tell people
Yes,
out there.
yes, word of mouth. And we have wonderful services where, to me, customer care is it's the number one thing, because if you treat people well, they will, and you give good services,
They'll come back.
they will
They'll
always
come
come
back
back.
to you.
So yeah.
So, thank you so much for coming on the program. Listeners, I hope you have learned one or two things on Wande's journey of owning her own business. So until we come your way next time, please like, comment. You can even send your comment to encourage Wande, to boost her morale. Like, well done, way to go, sis. We are cheering you on. Let's build this community together. And that is why we are here. So if you're out there nursing the idea of owning your own business, please watch Wande's story. I think you will be able to get one or two things in there. So till I come your way next time, I still remain your host, Olaito Akala. Thank you and God bless.